What's up everyone, here is AhkTaar, welcome back on my YouTube channel. In this video we are gonna talk about the 3 new heroes we have this Friday on the Miracle Wishes. So let's begin about the first one, Seth, a hero from the Hidden Wave defense unit with the Force mark. I think that he is gonna be interesting. Let's just have a look to his skills and you are gonna see. First attack, basic attack, deals damage to a single enemy based on his max HP with a chance to inflict suffocated for 1 turn. The chance is increased if the target is under wet or cold. He can inflict wet and cold with his passive. So let's talk about that. Grants all allies a shield for 2 turns and increases their tenacity by 60% for 2 turns. This is huge, the best buffs we have for the faction. So this guy now is a mandatory hero if you want to purge the faction abyss on the Hidden Wave faction. Pretty nice. Then talk about the ultimate. Every time he's gonna take a basic attack, he's gonna have a chance to inflict a wet 2 on the attacker and a cold 2 when he takes some skill damage. Pretty interesting because cold 2 can reduce the skill damage of the target by 40% and wet 2 the damage of the basic attack by 40%. So I don't know about the coefficient here, but if it is something around 70% chance to inflict that, it's gonna be interesting. 70% or more is interesting. If it is less than that, 50% is still a bit reliable, but it's gonna be less effective. So let's hope that the coefficient is great here. If it is the case, he is gonna be insane for the faction and probably for other content in the game because this is a passive. You can break the damage of the enemy using a passive, you can shield your heroes, apply the tenacity, this is gonna be great. I forgot to mention, but suffocated here on the basic attack, when a target has suffocated, he is forced to use his skills. He can't use a basic attack, so if he is in cooldowns on all skills, he has to waste his turn. He's gonna waste his turn. And finally on the ultimate, restores all allies HP based on his own max HP and grants all allies Ripple 2. Best support in the game? Probably. He can provide so many things to help your heroes stay alive and increase their basic attack damage, which is pretty nice. Pair him with Lucifer, for example. Your Lucifer is gonna nuke hard using the basic attack in single target, and he's gonna be really tanky thanks to this hero. So reading only the skills, he looks pretty amazing. But one more time, we will have to wait and see the coefficient. Otherwise, if you have a 30% chance only to inflict wet 2 and cold 2, maybe it's not gonna be that great. Let's talk about the exclusives. The first one here, oh, I forgot to mention something. If you are using him with Sewell, then they are gonna have some bonuses. For example, Sewell is gonna have more defense and Seth is gonna have more max HP. So better heals and more damage on the basic attack. And Sewell has a lot of defense and deals a lot of damage based on his defense, so this is a great combo. And also, if you are playing both of them in one team, if one of them dies, the other one is gonna deduct a part of his max HP to revive the other. And it can occur only one time during a wave, but it can help a lot. But I'm not sure that it is a good idea to use them both in one team, but maybe it can help in the faction. First exclusive, Crystal of Life. The ultimate also increases all allies attack for 2 turns. If it is an attack buff 40%, then this hero is gonna be so broken. Really nice if it is the case. Attack plus 40%, Ripple 2 and a huge amount of support stuff to your heroes. Probably this hero is gonna be great. This is a defense unit. I thought it was a support unit. He is gonna be great. Exclusive 2, he's gonna get more max HP. and restores self HP when he's gonna take some basic and skill damage by enemies under wet and cold, which is pretty nice because he can inflict that to them. And every time he's gonna restore his HP using this exclusive, then he is gonna reduce one cooldown at random. Pretty interesting. That means Imagine you have this skill, you have probably something like 4 turn cooldowns. If you can reduce it, it's gonna be great. And here, this is the second skill, 3 turns cooldown normally, so pretty good. Third exclusive, Seth additionally cast Deep Sea Power one time at the beginning of each wave and increase the shield value until the wave transition. Pretty interesting. This skill at the beginning of the wave, Imagine. If you have that in arena, it can help a lot because you are gonna have tenacity and shield, and in dungeons it's gonna be great if you don't have a lot of speed on your heroes. For the Faction Abyss, for example, the boss has something around 2320 speed if you are in stages 26 plus, so it's gonna help a lot. So in fact, this hero is pretty nice. Maybe not broken, but he is gonna help a lot. Let's talk about the other one, Aosdean. Pretty hard to pronounce, Aosdean. In French, really hard. Trust me, it's hard. So it's a new hero from the Holy Light Parliament, an attacker with the Force mark, and he is interesting because he reminds me Quinlan without the controls. On the basic attack, he can inflict up to 2 layers of HP burnings. We don't have the coefficient yet. If it is a 30% chance, it's gonna be bad. If it is a 60% minimum, it's gonna be interesting. If it is something around 80 or above %, it's gonna be great. Second skill, he targets all enemies, deals 2 stages of damage, and the second stage is gonna deal some damage based on HP burnings, with some extra damage by 50% if he has 4 layers of flame afterglow on him. In order to get some flame afterglow, you have to, at the beginning of his turn, he's gonna sacrifice a bit of HP, and he is gonna put on himself flame afterglow for every time he's gonna lose a certain part of his max HP. It's gonna increase his speed and HP burning damage, so over time normally he should deal better damage. Flame Afterglow cannot be removed when he dies or at the wave transition. Pretty nice in dungeons to reach the boss wave with your full potential. And you can have up to 10 layers. We don't have the coefficient here, but at the beginning of each turn, he's gonna deduct a part of his max HP to get Flame Afterglow easier, and he is gonna inflict a part of his deducted HP to all enemies. So if the coefficient here is interesting, then you want to play him with a lot of HP and speed. So the faster you are, the more turns you're gonna play, and the more HP you're gonna deduct to enemies. In fact, it is not a bad thing to deduct his max HP, because in this faction you have so many supports. You're gonna get a lot of heals, a lot of shields, consolidation, etc. So it's not bad. In fact, it's not bad if he deals a lot of damage. Ultimate. You can cast the ultimate only if you have 4 layers of flame afterglow, and it's gonna deal 2 stages of attack damage to a single enemy with an extra damage based on his max HP, and it is gonna be considered as HP burning damage. Same as the second skill here, and same as Quinlan damage. And I pretty like that because it's not directly HP burning damage. If I'm not mistaken, if you are using a Quinlan targeting an AhkTaar, for example, she is immune to HP burnings, but it is direct damage, so it works. And I like that. And normally it does a lot of damage, so we will have to find out if it is good enough. First exclusive. Each time he's gonna cast an active skill, he's gonna put on himself a blazing flame, and every time he's gonna cast the basic attack, he's gonna consume 1 layer to get extra damage based on his max HP and caps on the max HP of the target. up to 6% damage of Aosdean max HP. The more the layers of flame afterglow you have on him, the more the extra damage dealt. So over time, he's gonna be better also with the exclusive one. Exclusive 2, he's gonna get more max HP, restore 30% of his max HP immediately when Seth reaches less than 50% due to HP deduction, so at the beginning of his turn. And this effect can only be triggered once every 3 turns. And besides Flame Sacrifice, this is the passive here, is gonna deduct more HP to enemies. So maybe with this one, he is gonna be more tanky, restore his own HP and deal more damage to enemies. This is not a broken one, but maybe it's gonna be efficient, so it's pretty interesting for now. Exclusive 3 increases the HP burning damage dealt by Seth when casting the ultimate, and if his HP reaches 75% before casting the ultimate, he's gonna deduct 10% max HP in addition to increase his HP burning damage by 40%. I don't understand that super well. I think that, for example, if you have like 85% HP before taking your turn, then if you take your turn and if with your passive you deduct 10% of your HP, you are gonna reach 75% before casting the ultimate, and so you are gonna get the bonus. So what do I think about the hero? Do he need some exclusive? I don't think so. This is an HP burning dealer, so probably he's gonna be great for this faction, because at the moment we have only direct damage heroes or Elena, a bleeder. Elena, if you have exclusives on her, is the best option you can have today for this faction Abyss, and now we have an HP burning hero, so what can I say? He is gonna stimulate HP burning damage on his heals, same as Quinlan does, and Quinlan does a lot of damage thanks to that. So probably this guy in dungeons and in faction Abyss is gonna be really strong. But we have to wait until we have the coefficient to be sure if it is gonna be reliable or not to put the HP burning on the basic attack, for example. But he is interesting. Now let's finish with Olvik, the new epic hero from the Hidden Wave, the support one with the force mark, sorry. Basic attack deals attack damage to an enemy and another 2 random enemies with a chance to reduce the target's attack by 20%. 20% is interesting if you don't have the legendary Belton, who reduces the attack by 40%. This one can help to stay alive longer. Second skill increases all allies' effect resistance by 25% and turn meters for 2 turns. Can be interesting in PvP maybe, if he is a support, so he's gonna have a lot of speed. To begin a fight, it can be interesting to have more effect resistance and turn meter boost, but I'm not sure that he's gonna be really interesting with the other skills. Reduces the damage taken by all allies when he survives. Only the strongest skill, blah blah blah, okay, why not? And the ultimate deals attack damage to all enemies with a chance to reduce their effect hit by 50% for 2 turns. And also, if you have the first exclusive using the ultimate, you have a chance to inflict confused for 1 turn. So, enemies under confused status can't target the main focus. For example, they want to target your Lucifer, then they are not gonna be able to. They are gonna target an enemy at random, which is pretty interesting in terms of PvP. And PvP only, I think. Exclusive level 2 increases the dot deduction effect of his passive when allies taking dot and the attacker has debuffs. Okay, why not? I'm not sure that it is gonna be great in faction, because normally you have some dots only on the second waves, but normally you want to kill the wave fast enough, and then against the boss you don't have a lot of bleeds. Maybe 1, depending on the stage you are, but I'm not sure that it is gonna be massive. Exclusive level 3, Wave, Trader. Also cleanses 3 layers of dot debuffs from all allies and grants raise debuffs instead for allies who do not have dot debuffs for 1 turn. The raise debuffs is pretty nice, and this is on the second skill here. So it is gonna be super efficient in PvP if you are fighting against an enemy who can't remove your buffs. So you will be immune to dots using him in the first place. Pretty interesting, but not broken, not a huge epic hero. So that was all for the video. In conclusion, I would like to say that the first hero we had for the hidden wave, Seth here, is gonna be really interesting normally, especially if you are trying to push the faction abyss. He is gonna be the best support you can have. Also against bosses and probably the guild boss, he's gonna be interesting thanks to Ripple and the attack buff if you have the first exclusive, and wet 2 cold 2 on the passive. And yeah, the tenacity buff and the shield, he's gonna be great, one of the best support in the game for sure. I'm pretty sure about that. Then the second hero, Aosdean here, is interesting for the faction abyss, and then I'm not sure that he's gonna be great in other content because we have other better solutions. Zenja is better, probably. Quinlan is 100% sure better because he does the same, but he can also freeze enemies. But at least for the faction abyss, he is probably gonna be the best DPS you're gonna have. So pretty interesting for this content. And the last one, Olvik, interesting in PvP maybe early game or in specific situations, but if you are in endgame and if you have all the heroes, I would say that you won't use him. So that was all for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it's the case, as usual, please like, comment and subscribe. Have a nice day. See you soon. Bye bye.